Hey guys, it's Miss Cagle, and this week we are going to be focusing on citations and plagiarism in writing as we prepare to write our tool reports for Unit 5. So we're going to look at how to do citations, make sure to avoid plagiarism, and then how to create your works cited page that you guys need to turn in by the end of this week. So the first thing to talk about is what is a citation specifically. So there are two different types of citations. You have in-text citations and you have works cited page citations. In this paper, you are going to be required to have both. So we are going to be using MLA format for these papers. So we're going to use MLA formatting rules for our citations as well. So an in-text citation are parentheses used within your paper to allow your reader to know what source on your works cited page goes with what information within your paper, because you're going to have 9 pages of information. So within that information, you need to make sure that you're having the sources dictated in these in-text citations. These go directly after a quote or will come at the end of a paragraph if nothing is quoted specifically. And if you change sources halfway through a paragraph, then you would obviously have more than one in-text citation in those paragraphs. So this is how they look. If you know the author of the manual or the book that you're using, you would have their last name in parentheses and the page number of that information. If you don't have an author, you would use the article or text title in the parenthesis instead. Mary had a little lamb, for example, and then the quotation marks with that around it. Then you also need to make sure that you have a works cited page. This is your reference list at the end of your paper that has all your sources. If you've written any type of paper in the past, high school or not, you've had a works cited page. This is a list that's in alphabetical order. And what's interesting is Microsoft Word and Google will actually do that for you. So you will need to make sure that you are following their guidance in how to create this stuff. We also want to make sure that we're avoiding plagiarism. Plagiarism is using someone else's work without their permission. You may not even realize that you do it, but if you're writing a paper with information that you didn't create and you don't give credit to that source, it's plagiarism. If you turn in a paper that's not yours, that's plagiarism. If you buy a paper online, that's plagiarism. If you copy and paste text and change just a few words, that's plagiarism. So you need to make sure that the work is yours, and if you are quoting material, that you are using that works cited page to do that. So this is what your works cited page is going to look like. You need to have a minimum of 3 sources of material, and then you also need to make sure that you have your images sourced as well. So it needs to be in alphabetical order. And it has a title. It is double spaced with a hanging indent. All right, so let's talk about how to make one of these. So if you go into a Word document and you see the very first thing, you're at the home page. You go into this Word document and you go to where it says references. This is where you're going to be using this tab a lot. This is where you're going to add your table of contents. This is where you're going to add your table of figures. This is also where you're going to create your citation page. Now, this is going to look a little odd to start with. We want to make sure that the style is MLA. It's going to put it in APA to start with, but you change that to MLA. All right, and then you're going to hit Insert Citation. Now, I have already created a citation for the KitchenAid Stand Mixer Manual. Now, it's going to look like this. We do not need this yet. So you can go ahead and just delete that out. Don't worry about it. When you go to bibliography, you will see that it will show up. But I'm going to show you how to do that a little bit better. All right, so let's go ahead and insert a new source. So the first source that I showed you that I had already created was from this KitchenAid Mixer website here. So I'm going to show you how I did that with another source. Another thing that I told you guys is important to do is you need to talk about the feasibility of this equipment. So I found the stand mixer that I had used the owner's manual for my first source. I found that on Amazon. And it tells me exactly how much it is. We can visit the KitchenAid store to see other varieties. We have a good picture here. We have a payment plan. You can also look at reviews. Even though I don't necessarily recommend doing the reviews on Amazon, it is an option. So I need to cite this information because it shows the feasibility of my product. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste this website here. And the author of this is Amazon. The name of the web page is let's go back to it so I can see what it's called. KitchenAid new. Let's just do this. This is the one I want. So we're going to copy and paste that first. This is the name of the web page. The year, we don't know any of this stuff, but we do know the year that we accessed it was today in August on the 15th. And then the medium is the website. So we're going to go back to it and we're going to copy and paste the website into that. And then we are going to hit, we don't need to do that. Sorry, hit the wrong button. We're going to hit Amazon.com. is my author here. And then we're going to hit OK. Now, once again, we do not need that. That is my in-text citation for that website. We don't need it, so we're going to delete that out. Now, we need a third website. Now, I want to show you something right quick. What this does, if we go to Manage Sources, we can see that we have 2 sources already. Maybe. I don't know what happened. Oh, yeah. We're going to have, so let's go ahead and insert another citation. We're going to add a new source here. Hold on just a second. We're going to add a new source here. We're going to go back and I'm going to show you how to do the source for that KitchenAid stand mixer because it disappeared. So I have the KitchenAid mixer here. It's 332 pages. That's a lot. But this is the mixer, and it was made by KitchenAid. So if I go into my reference thing, my author is KitchenAid. The name of the webpage is KitchenAid Stand Mixer Manual. Now, if you manuals, you can typically find when they were published at the very end. So they were published in 2016, 5/16 specifically. So it was published in May of 2016. So if we go back to our thing here, we know that it was published in 2016. We know that it was published in May. We do not know the date. And if you don't know the date, that's okay. You put what you know. We accessed it today. And the website is at the top. And we're going to hit OK. We don't need that right now. So if we go to look at managed sources, now we have 2. We have the Amazon.com one and we have another. Oh, this is in here twice. So let's delete this one. It's in there twice. Okay, so we have 2. And notice that they're in alphabetical order. The best thing that you need to make sure that you understand is that this will put it in alphabetical order for you. So don't build the Works Cited page. Don't import it into the document until you're done. We need one more source for our website. So let's go back into Amazon here. And I found a review of stand mixers from 2023 on the New York Times. So we have this. This is an article from the New York Times about stand mixers. It was done on December 2015, 2022 by Leslie Stockton and Anna Perling. So we're going to use this one. So we need to go to Insert Citation, Add New Source. This is an article. The author we have two authors, so you are going to need to make sure that we know who they are. Leslie Stockton and Anna Perling. You just can put one of those. It's okay. Leslie Stockton. And the title, we can go back, Best Stand Mixer. Okay. The journal name is the New York Times. The year was 2022. Actually, let's change this to just a website. December. Can't remember the website, the date off the top of my head. 15th. It was accessed in 2023, August 15th. And we need the website. All right. So we have all of our, hold on. We have all of our citations. So if we go ahead and we need to create the works cited page, the first thing we want to do is center the term works cited. It needs to be in Times New Roman, 12-point font. Hit enter, go back over here. And when we go back to references, we're going to go to bibliography, go to works cited just like this. And then it's in here for us. Now that looks pretty weird, but is the way that it needs to be. You can actually get rid of the word works cited. And it's in Times New Roman 12-point font. It is double spaced for you, or it is spaced correctly. It has everything is the way that it needs to look, and it is ready to rock. So the next thing that we need to make sure that we do is that you have your sources for your links or for your images, and that can simply be links that are underneath the pictures. And I will show you guys how to do that next week when we go through and add images into a paper. I'll show you how to add the image, and then I'll show you how to do a caption and how to put the website under it. All right, so that concludes how to create the works cited page. This is what I want to see when you turn it into me. I want it to look just like this. If it does not look like this, it will lose points. If it is just a list of links, you will get a 0. So do make sure that you are doing this correctly. You are following along. The secret word for today's video is stand mixer. So the secret word is stand mixer. I look forward to seeing your works cited pages by the end of this week. If you have any questions, make sure you let me know. Thanks, guys, so much. Have a wonderful day.